Home Show.
Bradley from Port St. Lucie, Florida has a question about an ICF home.
Yeah, he's wondering, Tom, if water is getting through his stucco right here, through these cracks. Bradley writes to us, when we get a big storm, water enters the house from the foundation area. The stucco has hairline cracks, which lead me to believe it's getting in that way. I think the stucco wasn't applied properly, or it was applied too thin. Have you seen this before with ICF Homes, Tom? He wants to know the proper way to fix it.
You see it with any kind of stucco home. Stucco needs to be painted regularly. If you allow it to just sit out there and dry, and you set it out in the weather, it's going to develop hairline cracks because stucco is held on with an expanded wire. That expanded wire will move a little bit and it holds it to the building. But as it moves, you'll get hairline cracks, which means the water's going to get in behind it. If you let it go and you ignore it for a year, I mean, the minute you see one, you need to take care of it. But you let it go, water's going to get back there. It has nowhere to go. So could it be the issue? Absolutely. When you get a stucco home, people say, well, we put the coloring in the stucco, that's good enough. And that's baloney. You have to put at least 2 coats of elastomeric paint on new stucco. Then about a 5 to 6 year period down the road, maybe a little more depending where you are in the country, you need to recoat it with an elastomeric paint. And you start to build a mill thickness, and the elastomeric paint will expand and contract. And anytime you see super hairline cracks, you should paint that section, even if it's just from expansion joint to expansion joint, and the same color that's already on the house, always keep some around, and it'll fill those hairline cracks and not let them expand. But the answer is yes, whether it's an ICF home or anything else. An ICF is an insulated concrete form. For those of people who don't know what it is, they stack them, then they pump concrete down the middle of the cavities, and that's what you get. But could it be another detail like groundwater or something? Maybe. Lack of gutters? Maybe. I can't comment on that, but I can comment on it could be the stucco.
Mm-hmm. And is that going to mean that he's got to take it off, Tom, to fix it, or is that something that
Well,
he
that's
can
a good
fix?
question, because if you let it go and you start to see this little bit of puckering, because what's happening is that expanded wire is rusting. And I see a little rust spot there on his picture, which means it's deteriorating and it's pulling away from the house. When that happens, you got to take it off and restucco the entire house. That's why I always warn people, stay on top of it. It is not a maintenance-free house, and you need to make sure that that wire mesh does not get wet, because it sounds to me, and what it looked like in that picture, is it's starting to fail at that point, and it's rusting right through the stucco because that wire mesh, when you pull it off, will be all rusty, and a lot of it will be just gone.
Got a question for Tom? Go click on that Ask Tom button, that one over there, the blue one on our homepage at HomeShowRadio.com. Fill out that form, send it in. You can send it with pictures and videos, and we answer your question. And in a video like this, Tom has us put one up every day, 7 days a week at HomeShowRadio.com. You'll find them on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel.